So right now I'm gonna take you guys through a full walkthrough on how to create your own email pop-up on Klaviyo. First, you're gonna log into Klaviyo. You're gonna click website. It's gonna take you to sign up forms. Click create form right here, and you could play with any of these forms they provided for you and change them to your liking. But what we're gonna do is create blank form, and we're gonna write example 1, and the brand we're gonna make it for Gymshark, which is a very famous brand that everybody knows about. Then we're gonna click pop-up in the middle of the screen, and then when it comes to which list should subscribers be added to, it's gonna be email list. Save and design, and this is the template it's gonna provide you, but we're gonna play with that. First, you have the teaser, and the teaser is gonna be the first thing they see when they see your website. It's gonna be a small thing, either in the left or the right or in the middle, and you could play with whatever position you want it to be. And here you could change the layout. You could put it right here, you could put it right here, you could put it right here, and you could play which whatever works best, essentially based on the metrics that you see on your account. And you could change it from rectangle to circle to corner and things like that. And you want to have it enabled on all devices. And you can also play with the copy. You put get 10% off, get $50 off of your first order, and things like that. But we're not gonna change it so much here. But what we're gonna focus on is the survey part right here. This is the most important part, where they give us their email, or before they give us their email. So what we're gonna do is, first, let's change the logo. Let's put the Gymshark logo. Oh, that's perfect. Now let's change the image, which is gonna speak about the brand, make us look premium, deliver who we are to the subscriber before they even read our copy, so they know what we're about. Very important. An image says 1,000 words, so we're gonna pick this image right here. This is by Sam Sulik. He's a famous gym influencer, and a lot of people like him. And this image communicate premium clothing, people who work hard, people who are into fitness, and this is exactly Gymshark target audience. And now let's change the copy here, which would be the headline. You unlock the discount. Let's put this font. Now let's make it much more bigger so it's visible, everybody could read it. Yeah, I like this side. This side is cool. Let's center it. Perfect. Now it comes to the sub headline. We're gonna choose what you're shopping for, and we send you the best drops. And by the way, try to write your copy for your email pop-out before you create it. It's gonna make the process much more easier and smoother. But also have a reference point of what you're doing, so you could change it in the future and update it based on the metrics you're provided with. We're gonna put center right here, make it much more better and beautiful. Let's make it bigger so people could read it. Let's try 30. Yeah, 30 is cool. You could even do, let's see, try 25. Yeah, I think 25 is cool. The font is cool. I like the font. Arial, yeah, that's perfect. Now let's change the button. We're doing a 3-step email pop-up. So the first part is gonna be a survey, where we're gonna get to divide or segment our potential subscribers into different categories, so we know who they are and what they're interested in, so we can send them specific emails, which can get higher conversion and better experience for the person subscribing, which is much more better for your brand in all totality, compared to other brands who will send generic, non-specific emails to the wrong audiences, which is going to create lower conversion and actually increase their unsubscribe rate and lower the customer experience when it comes to interacting with your brand, which is the most important thing when it comes to online brands. What is the customer experience like? Do they get specific things about who they are, what they're into? Do they get specific emails about what part of their journey they are in that fits them, and you're there with them? This is very important stuff. Now we're gonna create 4 buttons. Oh, yeah, okay. Copy, so we indicate 4 buttons, and I'm gonna click the first button. The first button is gonna be for men. Copy, because if they're interested in men like product, gym short for men, hoodies for men, they go click right here. We're gonna change the property right here. This is where they get essentially organized and tagged based on what they're interested in, so we know what type of emails they wanna get sent. So we're gonna press, let's delete this right here, add property. Let's say product interest, product is this product, so that's the product they're interested in. Then the value, with their value, men product, create it, boom, perfect. We don't have to change any of these. You could play with the size, the coloring, and things like that, but I like this. Let's change the next one. Let's make sure it's the, yeah, submit form. You want to change action, submit form. Delete this, add property, product. Women, maybe they're interested in women bras, women tights, shorts, and things like that. So that's the type of product they're interested in. Let's change the button women. That's perfect. We already added the profile property, the text, submit form is correct. After submit, show next step, that's correct. And now let's see what's the next one. Accessories. Yeah, they might be interested in gym bottles, shoes, socks, whatever, random stuff. Not the main things that Gymshark is selling, but they might be interested in that. And we're gonna create a category for these people also. So submit form, show next step. Let's change this text right here. Accessories, that's perfect. Let's change the product. Create. The value accessories created. That's perfect. And they might be interested in everything. They might be interested in buying things for their entire family. So let's also provide them that option. Everything. That's perfect. Submit form. Product. Create. Let's change the value. Put accessories, which is they're interested. Everything. Yeah. Now that's perfect. Submit form. Everything is correct so far. Now we're gonna go underneath the button. We're gonna add some copy to create more trust and authority, so they could trust us, which is gonna increase their conversion, so they could move to the next step and give us their emails. We're gonna press add blocks. I could play with all these different things: text, buttons, images, email input, and things like that. But what we're gonna do, add a text right here underneath. No spam, just good stuff. Center it. Yeah, let's make the font a little bit bigger. 20. Yeah, I think that's cool. Yeah, that's perfect. Yeah. And the last button's gonna be this one right here. This is where they're gonna make sure close the form, or you could go to the URL, but I prefer close the form. No thanks, but we want to add a better copy and be like something like, no thanks, I paid full price, which is gonna get people most often than not to actually pick one of those and actually get the discount, even though they're not gonna use it. And this is gonna put them right in our email list, which is gonna allow us to send them their email and virtually convert them. And now we're gonna change the last button right here. No thanks, I pay full price. We added more padding to make things look more cleaner. Let's add more padding right here. 20. Yeah, that's much more better. Maybe let's try 15. Let's see what happens. Okay, that looks good. Let's add padding here. Okay, now we got a good distance and everything is not so cluttered. Let's add some padding for Gymshark logo too. Actually, let me change the font here to something much more better. Let's change it into normal. Actually, let me keep it bold. Let me go here. I just want this to look a little bit different. Yeah, okay, that's cool. Actually, let me change, make it look much more better. No, they could barely see this. Yeah, let's keep it Arial. That's better. So everything looks cool here. Let's go to targeting behavior and let's change some things. So it comes to timing, you could play with after time delay or after visitor has scrolled a certain amount of time. We don't want it to show up too early or too late, so let's do for now, let's say 15 seconds. Now you can play with these and see what works best for you. 30% is fine. And when it comes to this one, we want to do desktop only because we want to create an email pop-up that is specifically for desktop users, and we want to create email pop-up specifically for mobile people, so we create higher conversion and we appeal to both people. And now let's go email input. We're gonna do the same thing, change the logo. Let's add Gymshark logo right here. Boom. Select images. Let's find a good picture. Yeah, this one right here. They communicate about the brand. Now let's play with the copy. I'm gonna put, so I wrote either you could put got 10% off or your 10% is about to expire. I like this one more because it's much more urgent. It gets people to take action. Actually, what font did we use here? Yeah, Arial Black. I just want to make sure everything is congruent and consistent. And what size was it? 70. Yeah, 70. Yeah, you want things to be congruent and consistent in every step, so everything looks good. And that may be a little bit too big. 60. 60 is cool. Let's change the padding a little bit. Let's start at 5. And let's center it. Okay, that's cool. And let's change the line spacing. Because they're too far apart. Okay, now that looks much more better. Now I think I can make it 70. Okay, now that's perfect. Now let's go to the sub headline. We're gonna put this: unlock early drops, exclusive content, and member only offers. To get them to press it, to get them to give us our email, give them a purpose. Just center this first. Yeah, that's good padding, so everything looks separated, not too cluttered. Let's play with the font a little bit. 15. Let's try 20. Yeah, that's cool. Okay, now let's go on to the enter your email. They want to put this right here under the button, create more trust. You're gonna click add blocks, text. Center it. That's perfect. I like this. We never sell your data. Unsubscribe anytime. Create more trust, so they're more likely gonna subscribe. We're gonna go into buttons. We're gonna go to the button now. You could put anything you want, but I'm gonna pick one of these, which I wrote earlier. Unlike my access, join the inner circle, get it before it's gone. I like this one right here. It's much more urgent. It get people to take action, and you could play with these ones to see what works best for you. Yeah, get it before it's gone. Actually, the padding here is a bit too much. Let's try 5. Okay, get it before it's gone. Everything. Now submit. When it comes to action, submit form. to the list, email list, and show the next step. Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. That's perfect. You don't have to put anything here. Just delete this, or you're gonna have already nothing there, because most likely you didn't create any profile property or values before this point. Let's add more. Padding here, 20. Yeah, that looks. Let me change the padding here more. Okay, that's perfect. We finished the second step. Now what we're gonna do is go to the next step, and we're gonna click this right here, mobile opt-in, because we wanted to put their phone numbers also. Text messaging. Make sure it's double opt-in, SMS. Add this step. Now perfect. Now let's add an image here. Let's put this image right here of a cool product they made recently. We'll press join the club. Let's put in some headline, get early access before everyone else to get them to buy. That's perfect. Gonna put 20. No, probably 70. Yeah, that's perfect. Center it. Yeah, it's black. We wanna put Arial black. That's perfect. Yeah, let's put their logo right here. Actually, maybe we don't have to do. Actually, let's do it. Select. That's perfect. Let's change the sub headline. Be the first to shop new drops, restocks, and limited releases. I like this sub headline. I'm gonna put it right here. Yeah, this is cool. Maybe make it a little bit bigger. Let's change the line spacing. Yeah, like this is. Now it comes to the button. What do we have here? The disclosure. You could pick anything you want. I'm gonna put unlock my VIP access. I'm gonna make sure it's black. That's perfect. We're gonna add another button that said this. I miss out and I take my chances. And then when it comes to here, we add another copy. No thanks. Yeah, let's change the button size, fit to text. Okay, now that's cool. Let's get more padding here. 30, no, 20. That's cool. Then this part right here is done. Now we're gonna go to the last step, which is what they're gonna see at the end. Let's put the Gymshark logo right here. Select. Let's put another image right here to communicate about our brand. Let's put Sebum, a famous fitness influencer, sponsored by Gymshark. Now let's add our copy. You're in. Here's your reward. Replace this. Arial black. Let's go 70. Let's change the reward. Let's change the subheadline. Your exclusive code is ready. Use it before it expires. Create a sense of urgency. Yeah, like this. I might make it a little bit 20. Yeah, that's cool. What we're gonna do is add block. We're gonna put right here, go coupon. You put the coupon you created, which you could do that simply to go into Klaviyo, go to the coupon section and create coupon. It's a very simple process. I could make a video on it if you guys are interested, but it's very simple. Okay, that's perfect. Let's add this. Let's add some text to create more trust and authority. Add blocks. Put it right here. Valid for 24 hours. Let's center this. Let's make it slightly bigger. That's perfect. Now let's change the button and put something more interesting. Yeah, shop before it's gone. Let's get rid of this. Yeah, that's perfect. Yeah, and basically you could approach the last step in two different ways. You could tell them go to your email right now and get the coupon, so they could actually open their coupon in their email and get used to the habits of opening their email. Or you could actually put the coupon in the last step, and so they could copy it and then they could go shop before it's gone and actually buy products as soon as possible and get the ball rolling. So you can approach it in two different ways. But I highly recommend it approaching this way by providing them the coupon as soon as possible, but also providing in their email along with tips, values, and things like that. And the best thing about this email pop-up right here, we could alter it to make it very simple or make it complicated. So this is the 3-step email pop-up. It starts with this part right here, the survey, which is going to allow us to segment our readers, who they are, and what they're interested in. Then the email opt-in, then the SMS opt-in, then they go to the success portion. And this is good because we could alter it in however way we want it. For example, let's say we don't want a survey, we want as many subscribers as we can, and later on we could convert them and segment them. We could just delete survey, delete SMS opt-in, and just keep the email opt-in part. Or we could be maybe interested in just having an email opt-in and an SMS opt-in. That's it. We could do the survey and keep those two parts. Or we could keep just one step, whatever way you like it. Or you could just do the 3-step email pop-up and play with all these different forms of it and see what works best for you, which allow you to create higher conversion and things like that. And then what you want to do next is click publish. Well, we're not going to publish it right now. We're just going to press exit. And then what you want to do is essentially a similar thing, clone it, but you want to make one specifically for mobile. Continue. Yeah, you're going to click right here. It's going to take you to this. Then what you want to do is go targeting behavior, go to mobile only. So it's going to change it. This should be at the bottom. This shouldn't be here. Yes, please. What you want to do is essentially play with the font. Make sure it just fits in mobile and looks very good. $20. Email opt-in. This looks good. SMS. This looks good. And this looks good. And basically you want to play around with it, change it, make sure it looks good on mobile, and you won't have 2 separate email pop-up for your mobile and desktop that is exclusive for each type of person essentially, and you don't want to confuse both of them. And that's the whole point of creating 2 email pop-up. You don't want a desktop pop-up to go on mobile because it's not made specifically for mobile, and you don't want a mobile based pop-up to go on a desktop, and vice versa.